Welcome back to Ralph's house. We're getting there. We're pushing this on in. I tell you what, we need something. We got moonlight going to be casting on this river. See, Freddie's known for being one of the smartest frogs on the river. He's kind of unique in his fishing ways. Well, Freddie, when he goes fishing, he's got his lanterns he carries with him. Now, Freddie, he's one of these guys that was green before green was cool. He put a stick out there. He don't waste a lot of gas or nothing. He put that old stick out there on the back of the boat. He probably has one hanging out here over the side out this way somewhere. And let's see how we can do this. Let's cut that in there. It's just coming. There's a stick coming out of the boat. That's not his fishing rod. That's just his lantern stick. And anybody who's been a fisherman for a while can tell you about lantern sticks. Everybody's got to have a lantern stick, something to hang your lantern on. And the light's going to be coming because the lantern's going to be hitting underneath. That's where the light's going to come from. The same thing over here. See, that light's going to be hitting underneath that stick. I just kind of roll that brush edge a little bit, bring it back into the boat. Now here's where Freddie gets good. And buddy, people, he's well admired for this. He taught us all how to do this. I tell you what, when Freddie goes fishing, he's got this thing that's kind of got a lid on it, kind of shaped like this.
Drop your hand a little.
Let me get right for y'all and see what I'm doing here. See where. Come on, Freddie's a funny. It's an old mason jar. Mama can tell you about mason jars. She's very familiar with that. Get a little bit of red in here and get some colors into it. This is what Mama cans all her vegetables in. Freddie fishes. He uses these things for lanterns. Got the bottom that goes around like that, and they're kind of shaped about like that. We'll add some blue in here to darken that color. That ultramarine blue give you a little bit of dark color to help establish this a little bit. My shapes and what I want this thing to be. So we're going to try to make a jar hanging out there. Old mason jar. Old canning jar. Mama usually would put vegetables and green beans and pickles, sweet pickles too. Ooh, I love my sweet pickles. A lot of people like them sweet pickles. Get the lid up there. Of course, he tied his little bow up here on the top. Had a string wrapped around that stick a couple times, and he just hung that lantern down there. He put that string in that lid and tightened down on it. And you can't see that yet, but you will in just a second. That's the string coming down. Let's get enough light there we can see that. Take some of that white. Again, get some of my yellow ochre, bend the two together, and we're going to tie a little string coming down to hold that lid. See how it just kind of looks like it's just hanging there, don't it? That's the effect we want to have. Let's work on that lid a little bit. There we go. Got that lid there, and on the back side of that lid, just a little bit of light back there on the back. That kind of look like a lid hanging out there somewhere. Now, what we got to do here, now Freddie knew the fun part of this was his friends, the lightning bugs. And every boy in the country's chased him a lightning bug. Everybody does that around here. He'd throw a few lightning bugs up in there, just little old bug critters, and they'd be flying around inside this jar. You don't take a lot of lightning bugs. The thing about a lightning bug is they got a lot of friends. And so he's got a few lightning bugs in there. And we're just going to keep them just kind of that shape right now. In fact, we'll add a little darker color in here. We're just going to kind of, because again, remember what's the thing, you can't make dark without light. You can't make light without dark. So we kind of darken that a little bit. Get a little bit of dark side, dark bugs, and give them some little wings out there. We're just trying to make something there. So we got a jar full of lightning bugs. Let's get off that edge there at the bottom. Keep that edge down there. So how can we do that? Clean my brush just a little bit. I'm bad about carrying a lot of colors into it. And I tell you what I need. I need some cadmium yellow. This will really jump out there a little bit. This is a real bright light yellow. Don't use it a whole lot because when you're doing woods and stuff, it's not really that kind of bright color. But for a lightning bug, I think that color is probably going to be just about right. A little touch on that lightning bug there. Oh yeah. That kind of looks like a lightning bug color. And so the thing about lightning bugs is all their friends want to come too because they think there's a lightning bug party going on. So these little lightning bugs, they show up all over the place out there. How many of y'all ever gone out and caught lightning bugs? The ones that are closer to you are bigger. So you got all these little lightning bugs flying around in the nighttime. You know what they're doing there? Kind of looks like it to me. Wait till you see what we do in a minute. We got to let that dry just a bit. We got to get our other jar working on over here. See, Rufus, he needs a light back there too. We got to get a light for Rufus. And I should have cut him in about the same time I did this one over here, but I was at the front of the boat. My mind got kind of carried away, thinking of all the places we can be. Thinking about when we used to go catch lightning bugs. You know, all kids do that. So let me throw this in here real quick. Let's get this jar knocked out back here. I'm gonna take my dark colors, get the lid on there. Let's build me a shape. Ultramarine blue. We'll grab some of this burnt sienna, mix the two together. I just want a good dark. It's real dark back there. I'm gonna have to see what we can get. See if I can get this knocked out real quick. Get the shape of our jar. This is smaller, so back in the back of the boat. I'm not really, I just want to get the shape. It'll get like everything else we paint. So we kind of got a shape going there. Let's cut in the where the edges of it are. People call it the funniest times. Sometimes it just works that way.
Okay, right back.
So now he's got one there at the back of the boat. This is half the fun. When you're painting, tell a story. Think of a story. Make up a story. You know what that's called? Using your brain, playing, having fun. I tell you what, if I had grandkids, I'd be painting and telling them stories all day. Well, I do have. And we tell them stories all the time. All my kids know about Freddie. Most of the kids in our neck of the woods know about Freddie. He's just a legend around this part. He's been there, done that. About everything's been done around. There we go. We're get the bottom of that jar back in there, cut that back over it. I tell you what, we're gonna work on this back jar, get it straightened up a little bit next time, and get some lightning bugs flying around back there and see what else we can do. Y'all come.